What's going on, College Football Nation? My name is Ben Ledoux, and you're watching the Voice of College Football Recruiting channel. You can follow my socials, Instagram and X at BallByBen. And today we got another great video as we continue the 2026 Blue Chip Recruit Series. So I'm going to introduce you to the number one wide receiver in the nation and the number one player out of Mississippi and the number 3 ranked player in the class of 2026, Tristen Keys. He's a wide receiver standing at 6'2.5", 180 pounds, out of Hattiesburg High School in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. As you can see on the right of your screen, he's predicted to go to Tennessee, but at the top of your screen, you can see that he's committed to the LSU Tigers as of 3/19/25. He's had 33 total offers, with offers from LSU, obviously, Alabama, Arkansas, Auburn, and Colorado, which are some pretty big names and good football programs. So let's get into the scouting report here by Andrew, the director of scouting, a potential game wrecker on the outside that can attack all 3 levels and constantly challenge defenses. Pairs elite ball skills together with dynamic route running, superior athleticism, and a long leveraged frame. Creates separation with his suddenness and will break off defensive backs with snappy cuts. Attacks the football with confidence and has a rather high success rate in contested catch situations. With that sentence right there, I really want to compare Tristen Keys to a pro-level comp being George Pickens. I think the way that he handles himself on the field and the way that he attacks the ball and just his mannerisms on the field too give George Pickens-esque, because he goes up, he catches the ball at the apex, and he's going to make a crazy catch if that ball is 50-50. To him, not 50-50, more like 90-10 in the high school level, but we'll see when he gets to the college. Usually creating an advantage with his natural bounce. Competitive with the ball in his hands and can hit the throttle to capitalize on his catch-and-run opportunities. Shined on the offseason circuit at multiple events the summer after sophomore year before assembling elite junior tape for a Hattiesburg squad that went undefeated during the regular season. Might not ever be classified as a true burner, but has a skill set to emerge as a playmaker and trusted option on the perimeter for a college football playoff contender, given the combination of size, fluidity, and coordination. Love the scouting report by Andrew here. The only thing that I would knock on Tristen right now is the dynamic route running, because in the huddle, I don't see a lot of route running. I see a lot of fade balls, a lot of short routes. In this offense, it seems like they either want to give him the long ball or they just want to get the ball in his hands and let him run. So we'll get straight into the huddle here, and let's hop into it. Tristen Keys, number 5, full season, Hattiesburg High School. Here we go. So starting off with this first play in the red zone, outside release, QB's just going to put it up there, and he's going to snag that with one hand. Step over the man. And right here, I really want to point out, he's a passionate player. I like the reaction after it. So here, a little bit of a press coverage. DB's immediately backpedaling. I like how he stacked him up on that post route and then makes a great out-of-frame catch. I love that out of Tristen there. As a receiver, you want the ability to make catches that are hard and difficult, obviously, because of the ball may not always be in the perfect position. Here, the DB is 9 to 10 yards off, and he's just going to run a quick low out route, and I don't think that corner wants to play football because he didn't want to tackle him. Makes sense. So here we got a great double move. I really want to point out this right here. I want you to watch as he kind of fakes this post here. Let's see if I can stop it. Look where his head is at. His head is trying to snap back towards the ball, and I believe that's what dekes the DB into thinking that this is a post route, and he snaps right back up the field. QB puts nice air on it. Easy catch for a touchdown. This guy is a touchdown scoring machine. It seems like every play in this huddle, he's going to have a touchdown. Here we got a nice little wide receiver screen for him. They're going to get him in the gap, and they're just going to let him run, take off. And you can see where that burner type of scouting report came from Andrew there. He's got good speed, but I think he can be faster. So here we go. We finally got a little bit of safety help over the top. QB's going to put some air under this, and he's going to go catch that right at the apex. That's a phenomenal catch. I love how he attacks the ball, because you can see when he releases, he's a little bit outside the numbers. QB puts his ball in the air. He has to come back inside and make the catch. I love that out of him. I love that. Great hands out of Tristen Keys. You don't really see a lot of body catching in this huddle film. So here we go. Got a little bit of a split inside. QB's just going to put some air under this. The ref's going to call this a PI on the DB. I don't necessarily agree with it. I mean, there was some contact for sure, but Tristen had to come back and get that ball. Still a great catch. That really shows the George Pickens catch right there, because it's just out of frame. He's making catches that he probably shouldn't have, but yeah, There we go again. See, this is the majority of his film here. He's just going to take a lot of deep balls, which, I mean, if you're 6'3", 180 pounds in high school, looking like this guy, why would you not throw it up? I mean, it seems like it's a touchdown every single play. Right here, I like how he fights through the contact, still give me 6. I love it. This play right here, this DB's terrible. I don't even know. He's got his feet in concrete or something. He had no chance against that release right there. Right here, DB tries to put hands on late down the field. He's got great bounce. That's where I agree with that scouting report there. He's got great bounce. He's going to go up and get the ball. So here we got the little quick out route again. Just let him run. He's going to make some moves in the open field. I love his run after the catch ability, especially for his size. But when he gets to the next level, I think he really needs to focus on what he does best, which is right here. Fade balls. Back in the end zone. I mean, use your size. Use your frame. Use it to the best of your ability here. This is just a great catch. Great concentration. I mean, that hit him in the knee pad before he even got his hands to it. Touchdown. Touchdown. Let's take a look at this play right here. Gives him a little inside fake. Underthrown ball. Able to make the adjustment. I love it. I like how he kept a little bit of space between him and the sideline too. So if the QB wanted to put a little bit more air under it, maybe towards his back shoulder, he can make that catch. He had plenty of space to even fall down and make it in. It's a great play. I like his ability to stay on the red line. So here we go. Here's our first slot look. So look at the downage at the top of your screen right here. So we got 1st and 20, it seems like. 1st and forever. And they're just going to – it looks like it's a little bit of a mesh concept out of I believe they're the Tigers, the Hattiesburg Tigers. And they're going to get a little mesh concept. They're just going to get him going under. QB's going to give him the ball. This kid thinks he's got a tackle. Absolutely not. Hurdles him. I don't even know you could do that in high school. But he turned that 1st and 20 into a 2nd and 1, 2nd and 2 maybe. That's an 18-yard gain. That's a great play. You'll take that every day out of a player like him. So I really want to focus on this play as well. This DB is going to give him a lot. This corner is going to give him inside leverage, basically almost forcing him to go inside. And he's going to kind of round his route a little bit, but it almost seems like it's a timing route here at the QB. And I think he's just going to force this in here. So he doesn't really break it down. I mean, that corner falls down, but I mean, he's still making great catches, fighting for yards after contact. I love this. Cat, another great play out of Tristen here. So we know, based off the huddle that we've seen so far in this 3 minutes and 52 seconds, is that he can take the top off of the defense. But here, I really want to highlight his dynamic route running, like Andrew was talking about in that scouting report. So he's going to come out of this break super violent. Look at his feet, look at his hands. Break down, catch, break the tackle. See ya. He's not going to score here. He's going to get pushed out of bounds. But that's a great gain. That's a 40-yard gain off a curl route or a comeback. That's great. I love that. Here he's just going to kind of box him out. Touchdown. I mean, I don't even think these kids want to play against him. This is the freest touchdown I've ever seen in high school football out of the film that I've watched so far. Where's the safety help? I mean, seriously, this guy's a 5-star. And we're not giving him safety help in the red zone. We know where the ball is going, guys. So here we go. Another great clip here. Fade ball, obviously. He's on the right side of the field. He's not pictured right now. Just put it up there. Snag. He gets the ball consistently at the top. I love that out of him. Here, another I'd say dynamic route running ability here. But I also think that this is great timing with him and his quarterback. And I think that's a very important key for a wide receiver going to the next level. You need to have good timing with your quarterback, good chemistry. So here, by the time this QB pulls, Tristan's out of his break. So by the time this RPO or fake handoff or play action that happens, once this QB pulls, he needs to be out of his break so that the quarterback can just put it on him. And I like how he doesn't catch this right away, but he has the concentration to pull it in and still get 5 to 10, 15 yards after contact. Tristen Key is a baller. Here we go. Another comeback route. You see a lot of outs, quick outs, screens, fade balls out of Tristen. His route tree is going to get better throughout his senior year. I'm hoping that in his senior year huddle tape, if we ever get to it, that I'm hoping that we could see more route diversification rather than just the 3 that he runs. Again, another out-of-frame catch that he makes these contested catches, these difficult catches, for maybe an average player look really easy. And, I mean, he's even touching the ball in the jet sweep. They just want to get the ball in his hands. I mean, can you blame him? You really can't. So here we go. We got to press. I mean, like any good wide receiver, we got to put some blocking clips in here. I mean, you got to be able to show that you can block a little bit. So he's going to give him a release and then just shove him over, sit down. And then again, love the passion out of Tristen Keys right here. He's like, oh, yeah, this is my place. This is my house. Let me take off the helmet. Let me show the crowd some showmanship. I love that out of the 5-star. Here, again, he's going to shove this DB 20 yards down the field. And you think it's over? Nah, sit your ass down. I love it. I love it out of Tristen Keys. Okay, route running. I know I was kind of being hard on him at the first time, but now that we've kind of seen it a little bit, he's got some route running skills, but I want to see it more. So chopping his feet, really quick feet. Doesn't get the ball here, but he is wide open. Great huddle film. I love that out of Tristen Keys. All right. So like I said, he is a hard commit to LSU in the class of 2026. So let's take a brief look at the 2026 recruits here. So right at the top, our boy, Tristen Keys, 5-star, number 3 player in the nation. Obviously, this guy's legit. So let's look at the other wide receivers that we have in this class. Jabari Mack from Louisiana, 6 foot, 200 pounds. That guy, he's got some good weight to him. He's got some good number 60 in the nation, number 7 at the position. Great commit coming in there. But I think the size difference between them, I haven't watched Jabari Mack's film, but we'll probably eventually get to him. I'll be intrigued to see how he plays and how he matches up with Tristen Keys, because I think Tristen is typically going to stay on that outside, on the strong side, either at your X or Z receiver. And then we got Kenny Darby, also out of Louisiana, 6 foot, 175, so a little bit lighter, number 154 in the nation, number 24 at the position, so still a great recruit for Louisiana. Let's see, and then Ja'Kai Anderson, 6 foot, 160. So there's a lot of size. We got some tall guys coming into LSU, but the weight here might be a problem at the next level, especially because we're going up against other 5-star, 4-star recruits, especially at LSU and the competition that they play. We're going to need to bulk up a little bit, which I agree with Tristen as well. I feel like if he's able to get into that 190, 195, maybe even 200 frame without losing his acceleration and his speed, I think he's going to be phenomenal. Well, y'all, I mean, we just watched the number 1 wide receiver in the nation. I mean, y'all can't say that you're not impressed, especially just off that first clip alone. A one-handed snag in the end zone, fade ball. I love it. All right, y'all. Tristen Keys, LSU right away. There's a couple LSU wide receivers on that roster already, freshmen, great size, may look to play that position that Tristen's coming into for the 2026 season, depending that if those receivers on the LSU roster currently don't transfer. I don't think Tristen's going to be a starter right away. However, he will get play time in his freshman season. I agree, which I think. And then I know that going into his second and third season, he'll definitely start seeing more of those starting roles at that outside receiver. Tristen Keys, an absolute baller. But once again, y'all, my name is Benton Ledoux. You're watching the Voice of College Football Recruiting channel. You can follow my Instagram and X, Ball by Ben, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace, y'all.